name of Almighty Allah, most merciful and most compassionate. My dear students, I hope you are all fine, doing good, and life has been treating you well. I hope you are all ready for today's lesson. In order to access for our more videos, please subscribe our channel, Elite Learning Academy. So, in writing a research proposal, today we are going to talk about the taking notes. So what is taking notes and what are the techniques in order to apply it in our own self to take better notes out of the reading and out of the other issues. So it's prepared by Assistant Professor Ahmad Tasal Hazraty, Master of Education in Teaching English to Speakers of Other Languages. So today our lesson is chapter number 10 and the title is Taking Notes. Taking notes is a significant skill in the process of term paper or research paper. It is used for many different purposes. The goal of today's lesson is that by the end of the lesson, the student will be able to know or identify the purpose of taking notes. The second purpose is the student should be able to answer the question how to take notes. What are the techniques of taking notes? So, before I mention that taking notes is a significant and important skill in the process of term or research paper, it is used for many different purposes. The first purpose is to record information so that you do not forget it. So as you are clear that we have different types of memory, which is called short memory and which is called long memory. To place something in our long memory, because research is not something for the short term or for the short time. It's a long paper which needs much time. In order to keep something in our long memory, we have to take notes. For example, whenever we are working to get the information in order to solve a problem, fill the gaps, or solve a question, so if we are not taking notes, it will certainly forget it. So to keep it in our long memory, we have to take notes. Beside of putting something in the long memory, taking notes can help us to understand and organize the ideas and information that you get from your reading. So for example, if we start reading and we're reading 10 books, it is hard to have everything in mind. So therefore we have to take notes in order to have all the things in the written shapes or in the documents in order to, whenever we need the information, we'll easily access that. In addition to this, taking notes give us an opportunity to develop and record your own ideas about your topic. Ideas that are stimulated by what you read and by the act of writing. It also can help us to differentiate different ideas. For example, ideas of A, B, C, D, our own ideas, the ideas of other. So to differentiate this, so we need to develop taking notes. So after this, it is important to know the techniques of taking notes. Notes might be taken on a sheet of paper or a file card. So we can take notes on a card. It is used to save you from confusion later in the process of writing. Each card must have an exact page number that are the origin of the notes. So it means there should be a clear citation in each card of taking notes. For example, we get an idea from the book, so we have to cite. It means we have to write the date of publication, the name of the author, the publisher. So all publication details should be in the card, in a card. So it means that the source might be indicated by using the name of the author. If the name is not clear, write the quote number of the book or use your preliminary bibliography. The important thing is to note all the sources. It is important to cite, and the credits should go to the authors. For example, we should not steal or plagiarize the ideas of others. In order to be free of the plagiarism, we need to cite, and each card should be there should be the name of the author, the date of publication or publication detail. Beside this is also important to know how to plan the ideas. So to plan the ideas, what should become first, which idea should become second, third, and fourth. So taking notes can help us to organize our ideas in order to make a pathway for reporting. So this is important to give a heading and subheading related to the content in order to help you organize your ideas. For example, if we have the paragraph, the thing which is about the paragraph should be indebted and be under the paragraph. For example, the topic sentence. So the topic sentence, for example, we have anything about the topic in controlling idea should be coming under the topic sentence. That means we have to give heading and subheading in order to be much more clear with the citation or with the everything needed in taking notes. The most important thing that we have to keep in mind is the quotation mark around the words that are not your own. For example, if we are going to do direct quotation or indirect quotation, we need to give the credits to the authors. So if we directly quote, we have to put the ideas in the quotation mark, and we should cite it by the name of the author, the date of publication, and the page number. So after this, we have to talk about the types of the taking notes or types of the notes that we have. Different types of note. For example, direct quotation, which is the exact word and structure and idea of the author, is called direct quotation. For example, if I'm reading the book and I like, or the idea is interested to me and that is related to the problem or the gaps that I'm going to solve it, so if I intend to have the exact word, structure, and idea, so I have to put this and the quotation mark. The quotation mark shows that that's direct quotation. The idea is not ours, the words are not ours, the structure are not ours. That's called direct quotation. So the second, we have paraphrasing or indirect quotation, changing the ideas of others in your own idea. The idea is not ours. As a researcher, we are reading the ideas and then we paraphrase the idea in our own words. That's called paraphrasing or indirect quotation. So we can do, or this is the second type of taking notes. We can paraphrase, we can direct quote in order to save ourselves from the plagiarism. The next one is the summary of the main ideas, either the author's idea or the researcher's word. So we can use the summary of the ideas in order to be free of plagiarism. So the next one is called combination of these all. The most useful type is combination of paraphrase, summary, and others, using the writer's own words or phrase, abbreviation, and including some direct quotation. So it means we can do direct quotation, indirect quotation, summary of the main points, and when we bring all these together, that's called the combination. So one thing which is very important to take in account, that we should not rely upon too much direct quotation. So we need to do paraphrasing and summarizing. So that's a controversial issue. Some of the scholars says that there should not be more than 30% of the whole paper direct quotation. So we can bring direct quotation, but not very much. So we have to keep it in mind that we should not rely upon too much on direct quotation. So, but we have to do paraphrasing and we have to do summary of the main points, because it's not a short-term thing, but it's a long-term thing that we have to be interested in. We have to be free of errors. Changing ideas and getting new ideas while taking notes. The next important thing of taking notes is, for example, we have some of ideas. So whenever we start reading it, the books or the resources, and we are taking the notes, so that's important for us to get new ideas and eliminate or remove other ideas which are not related to the problems. The aim of your research is to be in a situation that your knowledge, understanding, and ideas should be increased. People are researching because they want to move from knowing little about the topic and being an expert of it. So the aim of the research is to broaden your knowledge and to know little about something and move to increase your understanding and knowledge and knowing more about that. So that's the aim of the research, and through reading, through taking notes, we can increase our knowledge and understanding. Beside this, we have to know that people are researching because they want to move from knowing a little about the topic and being an expert or that. So the next topic, which is very important in the taking notes that we have to understand it, is the form of the notes. How we can notes. All notes should be written, of course, and should contain two kinds of the information. The fact of opinions being noted and the exact source from which you took it. For example, the text or the idea that you want to take it out from the source in order to use it in your own research with the citation. It means the name of the authors, date of publication, the title of the journal or book or the source that you want to use, the publisher in place of publication should be mentioned in the card. So this is the model of taking notes. You can see, for example, Rahimi F, for example, it's written by Fahim Rahimi, or we have to bring the last name, complete initial, the first name, Rahimi F, LN, page number 35. So this is a model of the taking notes. Thank you very much for your keen attention. If you have any question, please post your question and you will get your response. Thanks for watching.